This ain't entertainment. This is a move. This is prophecy with a pulse. A soundtrack for the remnant. We don't just make music. We speak fire from the corners of the city to the gates of the kingdom. From survival to revival, from chemo chairs to dry bones rising. Guerrillas Radio ain't just about beats. It's about power. Power to heal. Power to rise. Power to remember who we really are. We're street bred, spirit led, anointed with the oil of war and peace. We don't fold. We don't flinch. We go gangster on fear. We go holy on sickness. We go full of flames for the people of Yah. So if you're tired of dead religion, if you're done with fake healing, if your soul been searching for the real sound of heaven, you just tapped in. This is your Rellis. And this is the sound of faith on fire.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. Another day, and one day. It's going to be one that everybody is going to remember. All it takes is one day. A lot of us have always said that we never thought that we would live to see days like this. And we're living it. We're sinning. We're witnessing things that we thought was much more down the line of history, not in your time. But the Most High had something totally different in mind as to when understanding of the 400-year track. That was an eye opener, because me myself, being unawake and being taught something totally different, that's what I was accustomed to. That 400-year track took place in Egypt. And then as we awaken, we kind of realize that it does not apply. But it took just that one day. And days that are coming forward, we start to understand, with this awakening that is, we came to understand a lot more things of the Bible. We come to realize that, hey, these laws are not done away with. The people that put you into slavery use religion to keep you in slavery. They use religion, they use lies, they use deceit. Everything that the devil is, they used it, and they continue to use it. They continue to use that mechanism to keep his people, Yah's people, disillusioned. This is the world in which we live in. Yeah, I talk with some friends of mine, and certain friends I like talking to a whole lot better because it doesn't lead to an argument. I mean, we share our thoughts, even though we don't agree. We talk about it some other time. But brothers, I tell you, the devil is in the mix. Anytime you mention anything about worship, I'm not even going to talk about religion, worship, or the scripture says this. A scripture can say something in black and white, and it's like it's concrete. It's like it don't take a rocket scientist to understand thou shalt not kill. But you can take a person And his understanding of that scripture, he can twist it, bend it, and everything else just to get it to fit his flesh or her flesh. But we all know, black and white, all right, he said you should not kill. Okay, I understand that. But when the devil is in the mix, oh no. No, he mixes it up. He brings about an argument. Shalom, shalom, Brother Kenneth. That's what he does. I'm talking about with family members, especially. And you can have family members who don't even go to church. They will sit there and argue you down about the Bible. Couldn't tell you the first book of the Bible. But they'll tell you what they believe. Because they're telling you what they believe because this is what somebody else told. I've seen brothers claim they have this a certificate from Moody Bibles Institution and all that stuff. Lies. This is what they've been taught. Now, when you talk to individuals and you mention, let's bring the scriptures up to date. When it comes to the King of the North, they know exactly who he is. Oh, that's Russia. That's Russia. Oh, that's him. And then you go a couple of more verses down, they talk about the four carpenters. They'll be like, what are you talking about? The vast majority of our brothers and sisters, and some of us been in that same predicament, we was taught something. We didn't read it. We got so accustomed to the slave beating of not reading, to it really truthfully affected us right down to this very day. When it was a law for you or us, our forefathers, not to read. It was you got some stripes on your back for reading. They knew the importance of you knowing if you start to read, oh yeah. They had to keep you in the dark. They beat our forefathers into the dark. They beat fear and obedience into our forefathers, which right down to this very day, our forefathers are suffering from it right down to this very day. Because the first thing that they say, hey, what I was told, I was taught. But the moment these brothers and sisters are waking up, they say, well, have you read it for yourself? That's when you get into some things. But for the vast majority of our brothers and sisters, it's what has been told that they holding tight to, as that's the foundation of their faith. Oh, this preacher here, he can preach, and I believe everything he say. That's a very dangerous position to be in, brothers. Well, let me take that back. It is a very dangerous position to be in if you're not being told the truth. This is where we are standing right down to this day. Because one day, all it takes is one day for things to take a dramatic turn. That's all it takes. One day. Then we like, oh, you know what? I was looking at this clip. And these dudes, brothers, walking around with some red dresses on in the middle of the street. But granted, now whether these guys are straight or whatever, I don't know. But they're walking up and down around the street, prancing with some red dresses on, not knowing that they're fulfilling scriptures. See, it's easy to sit up here and talk about what you want to do and what you think, you want to be able to control your own life and all that. All right, it's easy to say that. It's very easy to say that. Oh, I ain't gonna never so and so do it. And you know, as long as I got wind in my chest and so. We talk all that bad stuff and no goodwill. It don't mean a hill of beans. Because the day that the Most High stands up is when the world is going to have, they're going to give their attention to the Most High. Shalom, shalom, Sister Liletta Smith. Shalom. That's the thing. You're going to have that. He's going to get your attention. See, we sit up and talk all this stuff. Talk about you being a grown man and you want to walk around with some Daisy Dukes. All right. Mm-hmm. See how fast the Most High will change your mind. Because see, right now, we're not thinking like that. The world is thinking that, hey, everything been going the same. Hey, what's going to change? The thing about it is, brothers, is this. We woke up. With that awakening, before we woke up, the Most High woke up first. He woke up first. What has been loosed in the heavens was loose on this earth. That's what we're looking at. And what these guys and sisters are doing, according to their flesh, is a very dangerous position to be in right now. Very dangerous. It is a very dangerous position to be in. Because, well, I don't know because. I mean, I think, well, I ain't gonna say, well, whether they know or not, it is a very dangerous position to be in. Because all it takes is one day. And we have it in our heart and our mind that we can do everything. I'm going to be able to do it this day. I'm going to do this on that day. I'm going to do this. We thinking that we're controlling our lives. We're mandating the life we got. That's from the Most High. That's where that life is coming from. For us to have all these dangerous events in front of us, on the side of us, and on the back of us, how we move, brothers and sisters, I tell you, it is absolutely mind-boggling. It is. It is very mind-boggling because I'm looking at something and I'm like, what? You know what? The reason I'm probably looking at it because what? I grew up around the Bible. And for a child who didn't, or a person who didn't, they may think, this is all about survival. And that's what they may be solely about. It's strictly just for survival. I never would have thought, brothers, with this awakening, that it was us that the Most High was waking up. Never had a hint in the world. The only thing I had in my mind when I being a child was, why do we go through so much stuff? And that was just like when I was a child. So, I mean, hey, in the back of my head, he put it in the back. It's part of that Rolodex. That's all it is part of. You file it. Then here come the days. I'm telling you, brothers, when I was coming up, I grew up in the projects. There was not one Gentile nor Spanish, all people like us in the projects. We seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the unmentionables in the projects. That's what I seen. To get grown, mature, and you start to look back at these things, brothers, um, a lot of questions that you may have had as a child, you understand now as an adult. Truthfully, like I said, I never would imagine that we was the people. If the Most High said we will lose that heritage, brothers and sisters, I'm thinking that we're not those people who lost the heritage. And we are those people who lost the heritage. Oh boy, the heritage. And only to wake up. And we woke up with a vengeance. Although a small group of people, we woke up with a vengeance. Now you're seeing YouTube trying to keep up with all the films, the movies that these brothers and sisters are making using AI. They're trying to keep up now. They can't keep, it's like it's oversaturated to who the true people are. And they're trying their best to put out AIs of a Gentile persuasion. And it appears it's losing. I mean, nearby, you're going to look at anything that's AI talking about Bible, we have it saturated. It ain't the fact that we're doing it on our own. The Most High is allowing that to happen. He knows what man has done. They painted their pictures instead of the original picture. They had to lie, cheat, and steal and kill at will. This is what they have done. And they continue to do it. They continue to do it. And then they have the audacity. They will put some of the things that they do in a movie. In a movie. And call it entertainment. And you kind of find out years later, it wasn't just entertainment. It was not just entertainment. Because now, brothers and sisters, let's go back to 18, 15. No, what's it, 14, 15, no, 16, maybe 18. When they first came out with Hello Google and what was it, Alexa? Oh, we thought that was, hey, play Billie Jean, Michael Jackson. Boom, it plays it. We thought that was the coolest thing, not knowing. Truthfully, just Googling anything was AI. They didn't call it that, but it was when it's all over said and done, you go back, yeah, now AI been out for a moment. They just starting to put a new name on it. Artificial intelligence. Now, artificial means what, brothers? It's taken from something else. It's not this, but it's artificial of this. And then it had the audacity to say intelligent. Now, if you read, when you start messing with AI and Chat GPT, brothers, read the bottom up under the, let me see, the search bar. You go say, it will literally tell you that, hey, Chat GPT can make mistakes. So you're not that intelligent. But this is what man will put on there. And I just happened to catch this show. I fell asleep with the TV on. And what was this dude's name? Bill Myers. And he was talking about Chat GPT. And you asked a question, he said, great question. And so on, so on. He like, everything is not going to be great. Everything is not going to be great. But if you start looking at some of the interviews of human beings, and then you have a question and they'd have an interview, that person that you may be interviewing, you ask them a question, the first thing they come out and say, you know what, that's excellent question. What is this with this boosting up everybody's ego? When in essence, somebody asks a dumb question, it's still going to be excellent. What is it that they're trying to do with boosting people's egos? And I'm telling you, brothers, I'm seeing a very dangerous pattern with that. This situation of, hey, excellent question. Boom, boom, this, boom, boom. Brother Kenneth asked me a question. Mike, what was the weather like in Arkansas? Oh, excellent question. Man, asked me, man, it was hot. You're done with it. It wasn't a dumb question. It man, intelligent. But what is the thing that they're trying to do? They're trying to push people into an attitude that an attitude or a way of thinking that you need to approach me better than what you do. Because brothers and sisters, if they can get that on top of the arrogance of this world, what, this country, that's a very bad situation to be in. Very bad. Granted, to speak highly of your brothers and sisters, it's a good thing. But this here artificial intelligence, brothers, I see something sinister behind it. I see something sinister. And I'm going to tell you a portion of why I say this. If you go back and you think about when you was in religion, right? And you're talking about, well, all of us we all are, they said, God's children. And we believed it. All of us is going to be saved and so on, so on. And we believed it. That's what we did. But when we woke up, we found out a whole lot. We learned a lot more and had to readjust our line of thinking when it came to understandings of certain scriptures and who the Most High was coming to save. And it wasn't everybody. And it is not everybody. First, Israel has to go through its healing process. The world, and we brought it upon ourselves, and the world enhanced on our issue. They trampled us. This is what the world did. But these are the things that we have to contend with. We have to contend with these things. And then at the same time, coming out of religion, I ain't gonna say it was a struggle, but the fact that we have family members, now we start to understand, oh, now this scripture here is holding weight. This is what Yahushua said was going to happen. Because truthfully, we did not see that when we was in religion, because we was all in the same religion. We had the same understanding. But once you woke up and you find, now you really came into the truth with this awakening, and you moving in a different direction. You're talking about following laws. You got family members that would literally get upset because you said, no, the law's not done away with. Why in the world, brothers, would a person get upset when you're saying that the laws are not done away with? I'm going to abide by those laws. Although, if you take those same, let's just go with the 10, well, let's go with one of the laws. You should not murder. You ask your family members, are you out here murdering? They say, no. So why are you upset that I choose to live by the laws? Where is this attitude coming from? It got to be coming from a wicked spirit. And then you have individuals, preachers, calling themselves a man of God, saying it is wicked for you to follow the laws. You had to have, brothers, truthfully, I seen three men that said that. Supposed to be religious leaders, stating that you do not supposed to be keeping the laws. That is not a good look. But at the same time, you can understand one thing. The devil got his hand deeply into it. He has his hand in it. And truthfully, it is an absolute blessing that you individuals, that we woke up. Now, I'm not saying this is one thing I'm not going to claim, that all of our family members who not woke will be destroyed. I'm not claiming that. That's just me. Because truthfully, I was in that same predicament. I was just as naive as the next person. So I can't, I say it this way. I leave it in the Most High's hand. Because his judgment is going to be justice. It's going to be true. There's nothing malice about his judgment on people. Because truthfully, if you want to talk about a people, a man has laws that's in them. A man knows, well, you know what? I know for a fact I shouldn't be trying to kill this man, but I'm gonna kill him. They know it. They know these things. You think all of these deletions of our brothers and sisters in this country that they don't know, just because they thinking they following the Constitution, they following the laws that they came up with? They know. And they can walk about proud and haughty, or, you know what, hey, I had to take him out. I was in fear of my life. That's their fallback anthem, that is. But they know what they do or did and think is dead wrong. But right now, no, brothers, it's just like you have these brothers around here walking around with some red dresses on, parading up and down the street. There's a judgment that is hovering over their heads. And see, now they're not thinking about their kids, their family, or nothing like that. No. They're not. Because when the Most High comes to bring that vengeance, he go bring that heat. He's going to bring it. It's not going to be anything nice. Brothers, I was just looking at a video. Listen to this, brother, of how they treated our forefathers during slavery. How they used to force their mouth open and pour scalding hot water down their throat. How they used to take a branding iron and stick it in their mouth. That's some heinous stuff. This is what these people have done. And brothers and sisters, we not even thinking about the things they have done that has not even hit the surface yet. We already know they have experimented on us, still is. They're putting certain stuff in food to see if you do this here, it's going to make their body do this here. Brothers, we're the ones they studied. And one day, I'm telling brothers, one day, the Most High is going to stand. You think of all these volcanoes is erupting is just just to be erupting? No, that is a global warming warning to the world. That's all it is. Call it global warming all you want. That is an absolute global warning, period. Of course, they didn't took things too far. They went too far. Now there's a gathering of Yah's people. It's right here that we're standing right at it. We're standing, and like I said, brothers, one day, this is going to be the past. One day, brothers talking about walking around here with some dresses on, that's going to be the past. There's going to be a rectification of that. Trust and believe. They can sit up here and thinking that stuff is funny for TV. Brothers, no. This is that awakening. And the Most High is not even trying to play with it. He's not. That was one brother. He had his outfit on. Beard, eyeliner. He had everything. And walking up and down like it was like he was on the runway in the church. People are brazenly bold as to what they're thinking they want to do. And they're doing it. But one day, brothers, one day, the Most High is going to lay his hand down. And it's not going to be anything nice. It's not. It's not going to be anything nice. The Most High knows exactly, and he knows what the world has done and things of that nature. This is Satan's system, and everything about the system is flesh. He don't care what you got to do. Just as long as you enjoy your flesh. That's what he pushed. He pushed the flesh upon Adam and Eve. And he's been pushing flesh ever since. That's all he has been pushing. Flesh. What got Israel in trouble? The flesh. All the time. What's that flesh? What was his name? Saul. Saul was king. He was anointed. And so with his anointing, he allowed his flesh to get the best of him. When I say his flesh, he was afraid of what the people might think. But the Most High gave him a command to kill everybody in that particular town. Man, woman, child, all of them. But he didn't. And with that disobedience, he lost that anointing from the Most High. That was when the Most High chose David. Although 13 years old, he did not just walk into their seat at 13 years old. No. David had to run for his life. Because Saul knew it. He knew that the Most High chose him. But it shows us what I was talking about yesterday, brothers, when we're going out there, the anointing and having the authority and things of that nature. It has to be done with a great deal of respect, humbleness, lowliness of mind. It does. Because the sooner the Most High give it to you, the quicker he can take it away from you. When you start slipping and dipping and falling, yes, he'll take it away from you. He would literally take it away from you. And that's was the case with Saul. Now, did the Most High take it away from David? He could have. He could have. David begged. He pleaded with the Most High not to take his ruach away from him because he knew he'd be just lost. Although David knew, David got involved with adultery and murder. He knew that Without Yah, he didn't have a life. And the Most High forgave him. Man, don't get me wrong, but he still had to pay a price because that child that they had, the Most High took that child. He said that child is that child would die, and that child died. All it takes is one day, brothers. One day, things can flip. And for you brothers and sisters out there, just telling your family, hey, this and then. You're doing the best you can, just laying seeds. I don't care how small it is. You laid a seed. The Most High, I don't care how small it is. You laid a seed. When it's all over said and done, we all gonna make a choice. We all are going to make a choice as to which way we want to go. Either we're going to believe the lie and continue to believe the lie, or we go wake up to the true life, the truth of the scriptures. It's going to be either or. You have that free will to choose. That's what we have. We have that free will to choose which way we want to go. And unfortunately, it would appear from a scriptural standpoint that a vast majority of brothers or people are going to choose their flesh over Yah's will. Right now, yeah, you may have a lot of us right now, because right now we're in captivity. This ain't the first time. Israel, when they got in captivity, and they've seen what their shortcoming and things of that nature, and they fell down, they started praying to the Most High Yah. He felt sorry for them. What did he do? He came back, excuse me, and pulled them out of captivity many, many times. And now, here we are, praying to the Most High, because we see danger on the horizon. We read scriptures. All right, the Most High said these things are going to be happening. So now let's just say we somewhat bracing ourselves for these attacks, and not necessarily just from the world, even from family members. That's something, brothers, to take to heart. That is something to take to heart, because it can be, what's the word? Vexing. And then at the same time, brothers, it may get to a point where you go find it's advantageous for you to keep your mouth shut. You done laid the seed. Unless one of your family members came to you and say, hey, I want to ask you a question about this or that. All right, granted. Because when it gets to leading to an argument and tempers are flaring, no, brother, it's best, to take your leave. And that's what I have seen. I've seen it, that when you get to talking about the Bible with certain individuals, they get heated. It get heated. Whether it's religion or it could be with another brother. Now, I was looking at a clip of this brother, and he was highly upset. And he was talking about the camps and some of the camps and their teachings and things of that nature. He was hyped. I kid you not, he was hyped. One thing brother, this is the awakening. This is the awakening. And this awakening, like I said, brothers, it goes a lot deeper than just waking up to find out you're the people of the book. It goes a whole lot deeper than that. So I'd rather move in peace. I'd rather move in, all right, let's share points. And don't get me wrong, brothers. Some people are very difficult to talk to, even within this awakening. They feel that they got it down pat. And the first thing they do, pop off and say this, well, I got so-and-so, so-and-so, so. You may have 150,000 or whatever it is, people following you. You may have that. That don't mean you tell them the truth. It does not. I don't care how many people you got. You can have 10. It doesn't mean that you're telling the truth or you preaching the truth. But one thing I will say this, though. This is not my saying. This is the Most High. So you want to get upset, y'all need to hand this over to the Most High. He said, broad and spacious is the road leading to destruction. Broad and spacious. It ain't cramped, brothers. Yeah, you got enough room to do what you want to do on that road. If you want to walk on that road with a red dress on, brothers, you can do it. You can do it. It's a broad, spacious road. But, brother, that's what the Most High said. Now, don't get upset at me now. But don't nobody want to sit here and think that way. I ain't going to say we don't want to think that way. But if we have to sit back, brothers, and think about it, we need to sit back and let that sink in. Because the Most High said this. Cramp is the road leading off to everlasting life. That road is, you ain't got room to be doing this. You ain't got room to be doing that. That's what the Most High said. And truthfully, if you want to break it down, brothers, what the Most High is saying in so many words, I got my laws. My laws are perfect. You ain't gonna dance around my laws. My laws are on that cramped road. That's all he's saying. That's all he's saying. That cramped road has my laws written all over it. He don't make mistakes. But when you want to circumvent the laws, and then you want to mingle flesh into it, or you got room to do it on that broad and spacious road leading off to destruction rather. And that road, brothers, that road is going to be around for a moment, at least. Well, I mean, I'm gonna say it this way. I don't know how we're going to determine when this great tribulation for the nation will start. I mean, I don't know what event will mark that time, because there's a 1,000-year reign. So we're gonna have to have a starting point, rather, a beginning point, in order for that 1,000 years to come and to go. We got to have that. So now, with all of that, 1,000 years, yeah, brother, you still got that broad and spacious road. When we're in the wilderness, you still have that broad and spacious road. The Most High said he's going to put his laws in our hearts. That's what he said. Now, you have his laws in your heart. It seemed like the Most High is automatically putting you on the road to life. Think about it. You're on that cramped road leading to life, because now he has his laws in your heart. So now it's like the Most High is starting you off on the right track. But we still have free will. And brothers, it would appear to me that a vast majority of people is going to mingle away from that cramped road. That's what it seems. At least for me, looking at that scripture, it's like the Most High is going to put you on the road, leading you off to life. And it's going to be by your doings that you're going to either come off and you're going to start mingling over there on the broad and spacious, because you're feeding into your flesh. You're taking your free will and you're making choices. See, now, the Most High said cramped is that road. You can't do too much. It ain't like there's a restriction just to be restricting you. But when you or we, see, well, let me back up. Let me back up. Coming out of Babylon, brothers and sisters, it's true. We have been accustomed to some things. And like a lot of brothers and sisters said, things are going to be very unpleasant for us. And see, it seems it's going to get to a point where when the Most High says it's time for you to go, a lot of us be willing to go because it's going to get so ridiculous. But at the same time, but now, hey, you jumping from here, you're going to a land that is yours. You're getting away from captivity. Now, this does the mightiness of the Most High is settled. You know, you getting set in place. You're getting complacent. And you've seen the Most High mighty hand with this exodus. And then we starting to get, complacent. The laws and rules and regulation was very strong. Oh, we made sure we stayed with them. Shalom, shalom, Brother Earl. We made sure we stayed with them. But as time goes on, you see one over here, and it seems like, well, he must be doing something right. He's still living or whatever. You want to dibble and dabble off the road, off that cramped road, because of what you're seeing. This is what got our forefathers in trouble. They was looking at the nations, and they wanted all the things that the nation was doing, but not realizing that the Most High was looking at the nation, and he got laws set for his people based upon what the nations was doing. Their sins, their false worship, all of that. The Most High was looking at those nations, practices that they was doing. This is what the Most High said. Hey, just like let me give you one of the laws. A father can't marry his mother. The nations was doing that. The nations was doing that. All the laws the Most High brought up, he got them from the nations. And the Most High kept telling his people, you do not want to mingle. And he told them, don't mingle with the nations. He was saying, the Most High didn't have to go out there and tell them what they was doing. The Most High, trust me, I saved you out of Egypt. These nations, they do not have anything good to offer you except for sin. That's all they had. And brothers, all out of the thousands of years that have came and gone, they still moving in the same way. Still moving in the same way. Ain't nothing changed except for time. That's it. This broad and spacious road, brothers, all it, it's going to be one day it's going to change. It's going to be a major change in it in the days to come. Right now, we busy trying to, I ain't gonna say the world is busy trying to make money. The world is busy, I'm talking about the higher ups. They know how to manipulate money. They know how to get people to run after money. And when they got people running after money, it's just like, it's a hamster wheel. All right, turn this over this way. We move over in that direction. If we hear about one state is really doing good, there's a lot of jobs in that particular state, what do? We move there. This is what the world does. It knows it. All right, let's move money over this way. People will come. That's what the world does. And unfortunately, we caught up in the world. Shalom, shalom, Brother Robert. Nice to have you in, brother. And this is where we stand, brothers. This is where we are standing right down to this very day. This is a very serious moment for us. This is. We're on the edge of a time where the longest captivity ever in history has taken place with Judah. The longest ever out of our history. We are that generation. The Most High has awakened, turns his attention. Now, granted, hold on. I forgot. Let me back up again. Let's go back to 70 CE. 70 CE. And then we come up to 1619. That's when everything from 70 CE up to 1619. We started to get stripped of who we were. You see how long that been, brothers? From 70 CE up to 1619, the stripping of Israel took place. They know who you were, and you get away. We get into this country, and they teach you're a descendant of slaves, and that's the furthest of the information we have ever known. Because what? They took our history books and locked them up. That's what they did. So yes, if you want to talk about the Most High having his back turned on Israel, brothers, let's start there from 70 CE all the way up to at least, well, let's say, no, you can't even say 1619. Because we that right there, we was in that was the start of the 400-year curse. But now the Most High woke up, turns his attention, and these bones started to live. When I say, brothers, this awakening, no, it's just not the fact we woke up and we kind of find out that we Israel. The thing about it is this, brothers, that we woke up, found out we was Israel. We hopped onto it. Never in history, brothers, never in history have we ever claimed anything of the sort. We never claimed to be nobody. When we did not know who we were, what was the one thing that we did claim? who's black and proud. That's one thing we claimed. That's the only thing we claimed, ever claimed. We never claimed to be white. You got some brothers out here claiming, oh, I'm Indian. All right, whatever. But never before in history have the world ever seen us. Oh, let me go back again. Let me go back. You go and we look at brothers who's like Black Panthers and things of that nature. And Black Panthers, what they say, black and proud. Malcolm X, black and proud. We claim black and proud, but you never seen us claim to be a people. We never claimed to be a people of the book. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. There was a few brothers that knew who they were. They did. But the Most High did not, he had a restriction on that. It was not that time for his people to be wide awake. Because right now, this is wide. This is wide, eyes open. This is where we at. And we claiming it. When we woke up, the world woke up too. When we woke up, the world started to get upset. They recognized there's a shift. When the shift started, the earth started quaking. Earthquakes over here, tsunamis over here, volcanoes going off. And I'm quite sure they have to know, no, this is something biblical that's going on. This is something biblical. And at the same time, brothers, the world is recognizing a shift in power. Brothers, how in the world we are a threat? Well, I mean, I could answer that question, but we are a threat to a nation. We are a threat to a nation, but they will not tell you why they fear this threat. Who was that? What was that dude's name? What was that guy's name? I forgot his name. But anyway, they asked him that question. What is the most fearful thing for the United? What is the most dangerous thing for the United States? And it said for Negroes to unite. They got all the paperwork, brothers and sisters. They know exactly who you are. They know that this is absolute biblical. That's what they do know. They know that this movement is absolute biblical. But they don't want the world to know. But so if they, at the same time, brothers, they knowing that this is biblical, they knew, hey, we got to get these people into religion and we got to lie to them. We got to tell some good lies to keep them dazed and confused. Because if we don't, we're going to lose. And then now they're seeing they're losing. When the struggles of this world kicks in, who becomes the consultant of a treatment of a people in a particular country or the struggles? African Americans. They are the consultants. If you want to talk about hard times, who do they point to? African Americans. You go to Chat GPT, they want a question. You got a question about, African Americans. If it has anything that deals with a negative output, it's going to be African Americans, because they know, the name itself is elusive. They know they cannot go in there and call you by your original name. other people, rather, put it that way. Because they know if they do that, brothers, guilt comes right along with that. Guilt comes right along with it. And all of this, like I said, brothers, one day, all of the darkness of this world is going to be lit up. It's going to be lit up. They can't stop it. It's going to be lit. And it's going to be out there. Now, granted, brothers, the Most High said, what was done in the dark shall come to the light. Now, that light may also consist of our family members wakening up. Because the Most High said, they're going to see the works of this world. They got all this stuff brushed up under the rug, as you may say, sitting off in the dungeon in the basement. A lot of brothers and sisters believe there's a lot of artifacts that belongs to us that these churches has, which I believe that too. I believe it. But this is how they have been getting down for the longest. Ain't nothing changed about them, brothers. They're the same old people when they came in and they desecrated Jerusalem, stole stuff out of it, put things into their possession. That old gold, brothers, is still moving around down to this very day. They came out of Jerusalem. Same old gold. Same old gold that was stolen, artifacts, everything. Oh yeah. Now, as to that, the Ark of the Covenant. Now, brothers, I don't know where that is located. A lot of brothers. One brother said, "Oh, the Most High took it and put it into the mountain and so on." I can't vouch for that, brothers. One thing I do know, ain't nobody touching it. And they can say, what? The Rev 2939 people, they can sit up and talk about it, that they got all they want. No, they don't. They ain't. Man, it's going to be a replica, if anything. But I know for a fact, they not touching the original. They're not touching it. That's one thing I do know. And I can rest up on that one because we know exactly the Levites. It's a certain way they have to handle it also. And now over there, they're talking about building the third temple. Okay. It don't faze us. It doesn't. If you want to talk about a person comfortable in their skin, that's us. You don't see us over there protesting and all. They over there talking, they claiming they got the red heifers and all that. Go ahead, do your thing then. You don't see us having debates. And that spirit, brothers and sisters, is coming from the Most High. That's where it's coming from. That calmness, that falling back attitude. We're not going. It don't make sense us going back and forth, yelling and hollering and screaming about who the people is. All we got to do is continue to live. The Most High is going to show who His people is. That's the confidence that we maintain. That is the confidence that we maintain as a people. That's what we do. We never once in history, brothers, this is the first time we have stepped up, said this, believed this, and we know it. Yes. This is, like I said, brother, this is a privileged time for us to be living. Although they're very dangerous times, but it is a privilege. It is. It is a privilege. Of course, now you're saying, especially young family members that has awakened. No, they're bringing their kids up in this way, and that within itself is a privilege, brothers. For brothers and sisters to be bringing up their kids. And I like, let me see, Solo Soul, Brother Arthur, Sister Betty Bent's son, doing the same thing, bringing his kids up in the laws. That is right there. That there is a blessing. And for a vast majority of brothers, mature families, kids are grown. But yet instead, these parents, they reaching out to the kids and let them, hey, this is what the Bible said. This, we're the people of the book. We're supposed to follow the laws. And these parents and grandparents, they're doing their very best to bring their kids and grandkids up to par. Because they recognize never before in history, brothers, have we ever moved the way we are moving now. Never before. If you want to talk about people that's calling out to the Most High, yes, that's us. And truthfully, I seriously believe it's this remnant that's calling and yelling out to the Most High. We got his attention. We have his attention. And then at the same time, we have the devil's attention. And so in order for you to calm down and quit yelling to the Most High, he had to bring some distractions in. And he bringing them in. He got them here, but we're not biting. We're not biting. The Most High has opened up the eyes and hearts, ears of his people. There's a better understanding on scriptures. There's an understanding of scriptures. Things we never understood, things that was taught to us. We had to go back and no, that ain't right. We was taught that Israel was done away with. I was studying and come across Romans chapter 11. Says something totally different. Complete opposite of what religion teaches right down to this very day. But then at the same time, for the non-awakened, they are up under the illusion that they are Gentiles. And that the people over there in Israel, those are the Jews. I kid you not, brothers. When the Most High says Satan has misled the entire inhabited earth, I'll be the first to admit it too. He has misled the entire inhabited earth. And what's about to happen, brothers and sisters? The world will be forced to awaken. But at the same time now, this beast system, it's going to be, I would assume, it's going to be an issue with whether you want to believe or you're not going to believe, and you go fall for this flesh. Because Satan is going to, brother, I think I talked about that yesterday. Satan has already got his people in place. He already got his people in place, all right, to monitor food, to grow food, to manipulate food. We're going to hit their stomachs. We got these people accustomed. Only here in the United States, they are accustomed to always overeating. You got to have two of this, two of that, and things of that nature. 2 for 1. Why did the serpent bring this upon a nation? And I don't think this serpent is concerned with the United States. I think he has a broader platform that he's trying to obtain. And this will be just one of his sacrificial animals, as you may say, because I mean, scripturally speaking, this land that we call captivity, the Most High says it's going to be unlivable. That's in the scriptures. These are very dangerous, trialsome times at the same time, brothers. Should be faith strengthening. Shalom, shalom, Brother Dave. I'm glad you was able to make it in, brother. This is where we stand. We have a lot of things, brothers. I kid you not, and especially the brothers, because that's who the Most High is going to be looking for. This is what Most High is looking for as we speak. To, taking the lead, because the world is separating itself. We can't get our brother. When I say they're separating themselves, leave them alone. Let them separate themselves. A lot of them, they picking fights. Don't get me wrong, they are. But if they want to go over there and build their own community, brothers, already, what? You are a set apart people. That's who we are. That's what we should be. A set apart people. Now, if you right here believing that we all can get along, I'm going to say it like this, brothers. That incident that took place in one of the southern states some years ago, when the church invited this little Caucasian boy into the church, that's what they did. They invited him in and everything. And that boy went on a killing spree. That's what he did. Went on a killing spree within that church and turned around and bragged about it. This is where discernment comes in, brothers. I don't care how many tears and things of that nature. Your brothers and sisters going forward. When you start seeing tears from people and things of that, you pray to the Most High. Ask him to give you discernment. Ask him to put in you to ask the right question. This here talking about, I'm so sorry. I did this, I did that. I just want to repent to the Lord. And then so and so, coming out with all of those tears and things and fronting all the time. You fronting? When you stand back and you look at this, brothers and sisters, truthfully, now, but don't get me wrong, the churches, they kind of, manned up. Some of them, they got, they have their pews in the pew. That's what they have. Hey, this is how people want to get down. So be it. But at the same time, brother, we can't be falling for the tears, those tears, the jerk tears and everything. Brothers and sisters, I'm sorry. You pray to the Most High first and foremost. Ask for his discernment. Ask him to give you the right question to ask a person to find out what they really and truthfully are on. And if you don't get an answer, my thing is this. If you feel you need to help them out, you help them out at a distance. That's what you should do going forward, because right now, the devil is coming in looking like a sheep, but he's a wolf. He just want to get in so he can attack as many as he can. This is what I'm talking about. Brother Earl, chemical company. Brother, let me tell you something. You know what? I wouldn't even I can believe it. I can believe it that a chemical company that owns in charge of these food supplies. Because I mean, brothers, it's all about chemicals now. And the chemicals, you can hide a chemical taste with the chemical. Put it into some food. We talk, oh, this tastes good. Shh. Yeah, okay. That chemical knows exactly what its duty is to do inside your gut. We kind of realize that, hey, it's this food that the doctors will tell you, do not eat processed food. It is especially lunch meat. They say it is overly processed. Brothers, truthfully, we're going to have to buckle down and just state the fact that we're living on absolute grace. Because truthfully, we're supposed to have been dead a long time ago. A long time ago. As a people, what they have done, no, we're supposed to be gone a long time ago. And what they continue to do, we ain't even talking about some of the diseases that they got out here. A lot of the diseases that they brought about here. Brother Earl, let me tell you something, brother. Praying over your food. That is like praying is like you eating. Brothers and sisters, anytime a plate of food come before you, yes, you pray over it, because you don't know what they done prayed over that food. If you just, let me go back. When Israel, they got in trouble messing with some foreign women. What got Israel in trouble was this. Balaam could not curse the Most High people. And the Most High told him, no, you're not. I bless these people. You're not going to curse them. And so when he went up there and he was blessing the Most High's people, which the king of the nations did not like it. So he couldn't do that. They couldn't win it that way. And so what happened, they went in through another way. Now, but brothers, when I say the nation knows who we are and how we got down in past times and up to this very day, they know exactly what needs to be done to keep you in sin. They know these things, and they've been knowing them for thousands of years. So what happened, Israel started hooking up with these women, and they went over there eating their food. Now, Brother Earl, that's what I'm talking about. When you said we need to pray over the food, this is what got Israel in trouble. They were there eating food that was sacrificed to their gods. And the Most High brought a plague upon Israel. I think the scripture said it was like 25,000 that died. And so one of the leaders of Israel brought one of the foreign women back to his tent. And Phineas, he had enough of it. He went in there and got a sword, and he went through both of them, killed them, and that stopped the plague upon Israel. Now, but get this though. The meat that they was eating, Israel, they did not know that the meat was sacrificed to their gods. But the Most High still punished them. Did not the scripture say my people are destroyed due to a lack of knowledge? Although they did not have the knowledge of that food being sacrificed to those gods, the Most High still punished them. The thing about it was this, like what you said, Brother Earl. I don't think it's the fact that they, if Israel would have prayed over it, would have been any better. I don't think that, no. But in captivity, yeah. So, but what the Most High did, he told Moses, go over there and destroy that town because they tricked my people into eating their food. Israel, they was tricked into eating that food. They didn't tell them that they sacrificed that meat to their gods. But Israel was still responsible. They had a responsibility towards the Most High Yah. Now in captivity, yeah, brothers, I kid you not. You have to pray over your food because we don't know what we're eating. Satan has gotten so sadistic. It is absolutely I don't think we can just really understand the gravity of it. I would not be surprised, brothers, that some of the food are blended with people, beef and all that. This is just me, brothers. And I don't want to be, I just don't. Because when it's all ground up and everything, brothers, it look the same. Whether it's pork or whatever, it looks the same. The devil is upset. He's inflamed. He's heated, brothers. He's seeing that light on you. And so when he get heated, what he do any and everything. He tells the nations, put these people in sin. Oh, but grace is abounding. They woke now. You got brothers that sit gardening, farming. What was it? Brother Galen, he farmed goats. Brothers are getting to the point like, no, you know what? Bump it. Because I don't know what I'm eating, what my family is eating. Let me go over here and buy me a goat. Or whatever. You go back in the days, brothers, our forefathers, mainly grandparents and great parents, they used to go and buy, my grandmother used to go with her sisters, and they'll put in a few $100 each. And they will buy a whole cow. They'll look at the cow, boom, 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 boom. All righty, boom. They take that cow to a butcher. He butchers up that cow, cut everything up, and they divide the meat. That meat would last them like a year. Some go to my it was three. Yeah, it was three of them. Well, it was more sisters, but I'm just saying the three had put the money in. And that meat would last them a whole year. They know where they got it from. That's one thing they do know. They know where they got it from. Brothers, for brothers that can do it, that would be my suggestion. Go in with one of the brothers or sisters that you do know. Hey, let's see how much a cow costs. And let's split it up. Find you a butcher. Boom, you know your meat is coming from, brothers. You know exactly where it's coming from. Whether it's a cow or a goat, sheep, whatever. You know where it's coming from. If this is the way you have to get down, so be it, brothers. Because truthfully, when you walk into the stores, because we got accustomed to going to the grocery store and buying food, canned goods. And a lot of the canned goods has pork in it. Yeah, I heard brothers say that you can't really get away from pork. You can. You just we have to try harder. There's some things that we can do, some of us don't want to do. But like I said, it doesn't take, it don't have to take one brother to buy a cow. Get a couple of brothers to go in, boom. You're going to have enough meat to survive off on. Yes, truthfully, brothers. That's the way it's going to have to get, in captivity and out of captivity. Period. That's the way it's going to have to get that way. Because, and it's not to say we should stop praying over. It's the fact that, brothers, we can have a conscience, a good conscience, knowing that, hey, my meat, my food are not tampered with. We can't say that right now, brothers. We cannot say that right now. I was told that, I don't know how true it is, because I think what I need to do myself is look for the word in different words that means pork when it's being processed in foods. That's the thing I'm going to do, because one brother told me, and I don't know how true it is. He just said, and a lot of the things, brothers and sisters, you got to take it with a grain of salt. You about to do some research to find out if these things are true, because just because the brother said don't mean necessarily that it's true. He could have been heard somebody else say it and he just took it and ran with it. He said what they told me that Reese's Pieces has pork in it. And like I said, brothers and sisters, I don't know if it's true or not. And then when I go in and I start looking at the back of them, I'm just trying, what can be another word for pork? Or is there another name that they're coming up under, and things of that nature? But I'm going to tell you, it can get tiresome. And especially when you're dealing with canned goods, you're looking on the back of it, trying to read and find out, is there any pork or whatever? Brothers, it can get tiresome. And truthfully, I'd rather use that time just taking a seed and planting it. Planting the seed. I don't have to worry about reading all that the little tiny words on the back of a can, trying to figure out, is this stuff clean? My grandmother used to do that canning and things of that nature. She knew what she was eating. But we get into that time, truthfully, brothers, that we have to literally buckle down on what our intake and what's in our foods. Because, like I said, the scriptures still go hold weight. My people are destroyed due to a lack of knowledge. So, I mean, yes, and it's time consuming. And like I was telling you, brothers, some months ago, when the telephone came in and they started messing with telephone, and the telephone went from a home telephone to a cell phone, our patient level went out the window. It went out the window. We want everything quick, fast, and hurry. We don't want to do this here. Turn that can over and read and see what's in your stuff. Candy bars. All right, if you feel that, there's a little pork in there's some pork in your candy bar, stop eating it or either make your own candy. We used to make, when we was kids, we used to make our own candy. Take some caramel, brown sugar and all that stuff, and then we used to take pecans. Because when I was a child, I used to sell pecans. I used to go pick it, had a big bag full of it, and I would take them to the stores, local stores in the neighborhood, and I would sell it to the owners. That's how I made me a few dollars. But some people would buy it, like my grandmother. My grandmother didn't buy it, but I would pick a bag for her. She'll take it, go in there, and she'll make this candy out of it. Hard, brittle. Matter of fact, It was brittle, but it had pecans in it. I forgot the name of it. The stores, I think they sold it. They called it. I forgot what the stores called it. But we used to make them when we was kids. And when it's all over said and done, brother, it's going to boil down to our patience. That's what it's going to boil down to. And then it's going to boil down to, what do you really want to do? What do you want to do? I know a lot of us, we got busy lives, work 8 to 12 hours a day. And it can be tiresome. But we got to start, we will really have to start taking steps, brothers, to better our circumstance, because we know what the world is doing. And the world is about to turn it up, especially up on this food processing thing, brothers. Especially up on that. Brother, what is it? There was this medicine, and it's up here, and they're saying that one of the things that medicine calls is it calls you to think suicidal. Now that's a medicine now. There's something in the medicine that causes you to think suicidal. Now, what makes you think, brothers, that they won't take that, whatever that is, and use that as a biological weapon? Come on now, let's just think about that for a moment. Let's just say, hey, we got too many people living over here on the west side. Let's put this chemical in the food. Come on, brothers, we can't put nothing past this system. There you go, Dave. That's what I'm talking. We can't put nothing past this system, brothers. And it may not affect you, but it can affect somebody else a whole lot worse. This is Satan's system, brothers. And we need to start making moves. Because they're not looking out for our welfare. Matter of fact, as long as we are in sin, in captivity, they continue to rise. Yes, those are the ones that the scripture said, woe for those that rejoice in Jacob's fall. Brothers and sisters, that saying still holds true right down to this day. And think about all the nations. Now, just let this sink in. Think about all the nations they are getting rich off of the backs of Jacob's fall. They come to realize, hey, we got to keep these niggas down. In order for us to continue to make this money, they got to stay down at the bottom. What are they doing, brothers? They're rejoicing in Jacob's fall. Then for a rude awakening, a very, very bad situation for them. They're rejoicing in right as we speak. But at the same time, brother, we have to take things into our hands. Brothers, take out a seed, take you a little, brothers, go, you can get you some styrofoam cups, get you some potting soil. And when you're in the kitchen cooking and things of that nature, don't just throw your old vegetables in the garbage can and put them in the garbage. Throw them in a pile or something outside and keep with the leaves and everything, the grass. This is how you're going to protect yourself. Because, like I said, brothers, they're telling you what they're doing. What is this? This is there's a month. This is the 8th month of wait a minute, the 8th month. Dadgummit, man, this is August. Good night. We're past half of the year. We are past half of the year. And brothers, We know about the beast system coming in. Put yourself in a position where you don't have to buy and you don't have to sell. And at the same time, have your own clique where you know for a fact, hey, we can trade within one another. The Most High is giving us that warning, brothers. He's letting us know. And so with this warning, we got to take steps in that direction. We got to start putting things in place of this time, which has not occurred yet, but it's on the horizon. If you know for a fact you're not a tailor, you're not a seamstress, food, water, clothing, housing is what you need. Brothers and sisters, those are the things that we need to capitalize on right now in preparation of what the system is about to do. Because the vast majority of people, scripturally speaking, is going to take this mark in order to be fed. But if you don't have that mark, you're not going to get fed by them. You're not going to get cared by them. So, I just thought about another thing. That's right. Herbs. You need all of these things, brothers. Is where we need to start at. What do you need to do? Styrofoam cups. Start planting small seeds or whatever. Get you a yam and let that yam start sprout. That yam, if you let that thing sprout, man, please, that thing will be all over the house. But when you start breaking that sprout down and put it into the ground, and you start growing some potatoes, brother, you want to feed yourself and your family. And then the other brother who may capitalize more so on, let's just say, he became an expert on growing tomatoes and peppers. Boom. Hey, brothers, I can give you this here, and you give me that there. That's how it's going to start. A brother's going to be here working with herbs. Well, brother, I got this food here. That's how it's going to work. And it's going to grow. It's going to be blessed. Because, hey, this is what we have done. We have prayed to the Most High, asked him to forgive people that offended us. We already put ourselves in a position for that. Now, when these brothers and sisters start getting into this growing their own food, they speaking life over their food. They starting to see they getting a nice amount of food from what they are growing. And then they hooking up with other brothers and sisters. Brother, this is how Israel is going to come together. The Most High is giving out the warning. He's telling us, hey, this is what's going to happen. You can sit right here and wait until that day happens, and then your stomach start growling. I told you that my people are destroyed due to a lack of knowledge. But the thing about it is, it ain't the fact that it was a lack of knowledge, it was a lack of effort. That's what it's going to boil down to being. A lack of effort. And we saying, we believe. Wait a minute, brother. I just thought about something. What's wrong with this picture thing? We believe what the Most High is saying is going to take place. Brothers, let's start putting things into place. Let's start putting things into place. I bump people laughing. Man, please. They can kick rocks with that nonsense. If you know our brothers and sisters out there that's farming food or animal, brothers, keep their information. If you go on YouTube and you know about a brother or a sister or whatever, you got the information, you know for a fact. That's the person you can call up trade with. If they're not going to be part of that system, trust and believe. They're going to be part of your system. You're going to be part of their system. Because they're not taking a mark. The world is saying, you're going to have this here. The Most High is telling you what the world is going to say. And he's saying, do not be the people that will be destroyed due to a lack of knowledge, or rather action. The world is keeping us busy enough to keep us distracted. I don't care if you're working 8 to 10 hours a day, that still can turn into a distraction because you feel you got your money coming in. I don't necessarily have to worry about gardening and things. Yes, you do. You do. Because eventually, that working system, if you want to continue to work in that system, that beast system, you're going to have to be part of that system. You're going to get that mark. And if you don't have that mark, you can't work. Oh, it's going to be, brothers, this is going to be a test of people. Time, patience, and faith. More so faith. You're talking about a brother coming from $150,000 job. And he say, hey, you know, if you want to work here, you got it. Hey, this is what the government is saying. The government is saying this here. This is a yes and no situation. You can call it, well, Mike is talking about a scenario. Call it a scenario. I'm going by what the scripture says. The Most High said, this is what's going to happen. If you don't have this mark, you will not be able to buy nor sell. That mark out, more than likely, brothers, I'm sorry, it's going to deal with your employment. And I'm talking to sisters too that's working. You're talking about being on your job for 15, 20 years. And one situation can come up where the government flips the script, bring in a beast system. They may not call it a beast system, but it's going to be the system that you're going to recognize. This is the one that's going to define how you're going to get down. That's what this system is going to be about. And we're going to have to make a decision. We're going to have to make a decision. But brothers, the fact that we know what's about to, what's going to happen, let's put ourselves in position. Period. Well, you can walk in your job one day, they say this, they say that, and you can confidently, no, I'm good. All right, fine. And you walk on about your faith. You walk out that door maintaining your faith because you chose the Most High over that system. And right now, it's easy to talk about these things. It's easy to talk about it. But when reality sets in and you start to look at some things, and especially you brothers that has a family, kids, you need insurance. Oh, and please don't say that you got a little one that's sick. Yes, brothers, it's going to be a test of your faith. Brothers, when I was telling you yesterday, let's pray for the brothers and sisters that offended us and ask the Most High to bless them. I'm talking about from the heart, and don't speak about what they did to you any longer going forward. You make it your aim to leave it alone, move on, because you're trying to get the spirit lit. You're trying to get that power of your speech on point. We got to take down one thing to lift the other. This is what we got to do. And that is a necessity because the system is not going to wait for you to get yourself together. It's not. We're going to start lifting our brothers and sisters up. I don't care whatever they did, brothers and sisters, you pray to the Most High to give you the strength to forgive them. Because now, this beast system, brothers and sisters, there's going to be a domino effect. It's going to be a domino effect. That's what it's going to be. And if we haven't put in place for the ones who may have offended us and pray and ask the Most High bless them, and we press on and we move on and we don't speak about whatever they did, they did. We move on. Because we're trying to light a fire on us so that we can grow on a spiritual level where we can speak things and they come to pass. That's what we're going to get. That's what we're trying to get to. Because now we spoke things beforehand. Now, don't get me wrong. We have spoke things and they came to pass, but we didn't know what we was doing. Truthfully, we was doing a lot of things out of complete ignorance. That's what we did. And we seen the results of it. We seen the badness of the tongue. And we did that. We got the results of it. Now it's time for us to flip that notion over to here. The one that's going to maintain our lives and make our lives better. Oh, yes, Brother Earl. That's going to be like top-notch thing that's going to be tested is going to be your faith. But brothers, like I said, shalom, Sister Van P. Like I said, you may be a brother who have a wife, kids, and things. You may have a little one. They may be seriously sick. The insurance that you have, it helps your daughter, your son rather, your son or daughter, your child. Brothers, we have the information that the Most High has given us. What's going to happen to the system? For you brothers that are in that situation, and sisters that may be in that situation, kids that are sick, and you may say, "What am I going to do?" Start putting yourself in a position. Start doing research upon your child's sickness. See what herbs are out there. Talk with different herbalists and things of that nature. Put yourself in position before this stuff hit the fan, because your faith just might get tested. If you don't, it's going to be tested. I don't care how you look at it. It's going to be tested. If you say, "No, mine ain't gonna be tested. I'm just gonna go in there and get it because my child gotta live." Yeah, you already failed the test. That's it. But we're going to be put in that predicament. If you want to talk about the Most High has given us things, brothers, if we was paying attention, I'm just saying this, I'm not gonna say we wasn't paying attention. But if you look at the scriptures, and then Yahushua said it, in the last days, they will be building, buying, selling, and things of that nature. Once we came into a knowledge that they would, that this system would be building and things of that nature, brothers, truthfully, a lot of brothers should have been I ain't gonna say should have been, but could have been in the construction business. The Most High already told you what was going to be happening in the time of the end. They're gonna be building houses and buildings. All right, let me get into that trade. The Most High said this is what they're gonna be doing in the last days. The Most High has given us so many blatant warnings, brothers out there, and things that's going to be happening that could have set us up financially. Not saying we're being greedy, but hey, Oh yeah, that lollipop there, and it was Dave. That was the first one. That was the one that got things popping. And I mean, brothers, when I say, if you want to talk about fear, brothers, ooh, good night. The devil was busy with fear. He was busy with fear. I mean, and it went global. Never before in history have you seen the world, lakes the world, with fear. That was the worst. That was the worst. Everybody was scared. Oh, if you sneeze or coughed, people looking upside your head like, man, you might keep that nonsense to yourself. It was something else. And then they came in with the lollipop. Brothers, the first thing that came to my mind was this. And they knew it. And they had them all in the commercial. They had it all on these radio stations. And I will forget Harvey on his radio station. He was talking about it. He calling people stupid and idiot not taking a shot. This is what he's talking about, right? So you brothers, just think about that for a moment. Just because the world comes in, and then you have Biden, who go down on TV saying he go take the shot, show everybody else, hey, I'm taking a shot. It's okay to take. And I just use common sense, brothers. Just because they bring out a clear vial, and you sticking a needle in, and you taking out that serum that could be water, distilled water, and you sticking it in somebody's arm, and you saying you took the shot. Man, you better get up out of here. Man, get up out of here. But what do people do? And then how does Satan really bring in fear when it came to us? If you want to talk about a people, they say, oh yeah, especially African Americans are very susceptible to this here. That's all they kept saying on the news. Why did the devil come out and try to attack you so hard, Israel? Why? We was top dog for this particular pandemic. Top dog. We was the worst ones to get it. Why was that fear so much out there? Because the devil knew there was an awakening that was happening. He knew it. Shoot, man. I didn't do it either, Brother Earl. No. And they was like, you need this one. I said, no, I'm straight. I'm good. I am absolutely okay. But you take all of that from that time, brother, up to now, and we standing by. I ain't never seen so many brothers and sisters. Man, I know one, two, three, four. I know four that suffer with blood clot. One, he died. That clot hit his heart, and they said it was sitting there for months. And one day he went out messing with the snowblower. That was it. Another one, that sister, she had just gotten over that, and then right after that, she took a lollipop, and days after that, had a massive stroke where they went in and cut off half of her skull to relieve the pressure. And they had to leave the skull off. They left that skull off on her head for like a month. And they just bandaged it up, And I'm like, are you for real? Another brother, they caught his. He was having a problem breathing. So then they went and did, and they found out he had a clot. And his sister the same way. Both of them took the shot. Went sucking on the lollipop. Brothers, with my son, I tell him, man, make sure you keep a bottle of Garlic pills. My son been taking garlic pills since he was about 8 years old. But garlic pills, brothers, it thins your blood. It cleanses it and it thins it. It's difficult to develop clots when you messing with garlic. I deal with the raw garlic, and I only deal with it at night now. That garlic is something else. But the garlic pills, I've seen success with that too. And my son, he takes the garlic pill. I seen where, and I told another brother about this. I said, brother, I mean, man, I know aspirin, that right there can thin your blood so bad, But I say, look into garlic pills, man. Make that like part of your regimen or something. I mean, look into it. This world is not looking out for your health, brothers. They should have been act like they looking out for your health and talk like they looking out for your health. They not looking out for your health. They not. They want to control your health. That's a different story. They want to control it. If you step out of line, when this B system kick in, and it's going to be kicked in, brothers. I don't care what they talking about here, that this president evaded World War III. Brothers, y'all keep on thinking that you want to. Yahushua said there's going to be wars and reports of wars. See that you are not terrified. This is going to go down. It's going to go down. But at the same time, we got to make sure that we find ourselves in a better position, brother. We know that the Most High, he gave us these warnings. He have given us these warnings to put ourselves in a better predicament. Let's put ourselves in these positions. Take it small, brothers. I ain't saying, start off big. Like I said, get you a styrofoam cup, put a seed in it, stick it in a window. Let it get a little sun. And pour, water the thing, water the plant. You're going to find, what? No, it's cool, I'm good. You're going to start seeing that little thing grow. Keep on watering, keep on fertilizing it and things of that nature, brothers, until you start finding yourself with a garden bed. Then you're going to start taking it a whole lot more. You're going to start taking it a lot more serious. And don't think that because you may be in a place like Chicago, where the summers don't last long, brothers and sisters, the Most High he knows how to take care of his people. You'll be surprised what you can grow inside your house. Google a lot of this stuff, brothers. It don't take a whole lot it doesn't take a whole lot. Google it. Some of the stuff, man, you'll be surprised. But we're going to have to get ourselves away from what captivity had got us accustomed to. Because they know exactly who you are and what they need to put sin into that particular neighborhood. And what's killing, and what's the sad thing about it is this, brothers. You have those Afro Negroes that are Latin. You got Afro that are African Americans. So yes, they're gonna have it in near about every neighborhood except for the neighborhood that they know for a fact it's not gonna go into there. They're gonna have them in those poor neighborhoods. If they have an ounce of Negroes in them, we just send it to them. These are his people. The other ones, they may not be his people, but hey, they gonna get caught up in the residue. And that's what's happening. The Most High is warning us. He's letting us know. And you're hearing other people keep on saying, this don't look good in the next 2 or 3 months. And especially 2026. Brother, just think about this now. You see how fast that time went by? One moment we're in 2020, next thing you know, pop up, look up, we're in 2025. 26 is around the corner. Brothers, do you all really know that we are like, let me see, this is 20, we're 5 years from 2030? 5. You see how 2020 came in, 2025 is here. 2025 is almost out the door. The Most High has been warning us since this awakening heavily. Hey, the beast system is going to come in and the beast system is going to do that. You think, brothers, the Most High is just saying that just to waste our time, just to tickle our ears? No, he's letting us know it's going to happen. If you want to believe in me, you want to prepare yourself. You want to put yourself in positions. And when it comes to the fleeing, brothers, the Most High didn't tell us where to go. He just said, flee. He didn't say Africa. He didn't say New Zealand. He didn't say the Caribbeans. He said, flee. And you flee. The way the Spirit is moving you to flee. This is not about where you got to go. Oh, well, a person may say you should be going. Start putting brothers, we need to start putting ourselves in positions. We know what the world is going to do. That's one thing we do know. We know what the world is going to do. And it's just like the market. The Most High came to you and gave you inside detail of what the system is going to do, brothers. That's what he did. He has given us inside information. The world is on TikTok crying, talking about they living from paycheck to paycheck. Brother, we've been doing it for how long? Many hundreds of years. If we want a paycheck, trust and believe. Sharecropping, same thing. Nothing never came easy to us, for us. This is that change, that shift that they are witnessing. We are witnessing it too. But at the same time, the shift is going on. But the Most High is telling us with this shift, there's a shift, all right. But he's letting you know there's a footnote to that shifting. That shifting is a gang initiation. It's called the beast system. You give up that blood, you ain't coming into his system. You're going to be judged by his system. That's what the Most High is saying. This is that shift, brothers. And that shift, it is absolutely on and it is absolutely popping. This is the warning, along with this awakening. All of these things are taking place right when we woke up. All of this, brothers, all of these things we need to start taking into consideration. Truthfully, yes, I need to start building I know one sister that deals with a lot of herbs. I need to get into a whole lot more. Writing down lists, writing down their names, contact information, email and things, because we just might need it. Look at some of the brothers and sisters that be on YouTube saying, hey, this here and that there and this here. You can grow this particular plant inside your house. Brothers, that's the information we need to start storing up, having, and things of that nature. You got a hard drive or thumb drive where you can put some videos on it. Hey, if you ever run into this here and you feeling like this, This is what it's called, but you can take this here, you boil it. They give you all the information, brother. You had it. You have your medical book already with you, because there's going to be a separation. You want to talk about a set apart people? The world is going to set apart itself. It's going to set you apart. If you ain't trying to get down with us on this here, you got to go over here. And then it would appear they're not forcing you to come to be part of that system. Well, let me take that lie back. They forcing you, but they doing it in a sly way. Well, if you want this system, you want our food, you want our health care, you got to be up under this here. You got to be up under us. You can't be with the Most High. You be with the Most High, you need to go ahead and follow him. But he ain't gonna get down the way we getting down. We giving you food right now. We speak. You say, yeah, all right, we'll give you a plate of food right now. Bam. You need some medicine? Bam. You need a few dollars? Bam. And then they'll mock them and say, now, can the Most High move like that? This is what the system has set itself for, of doing and saying. Brothers, please. This stuff is real. What Satan gets setting himself up for? This is his final moment. This is the curtain. If he got to show up and show out, he's going to show up and he's going to show out. The Most High is telling us, hey, when it's all over said and done. And brothers, I will say this to you right down to this very day. No matter what the devil say, do, think what he can do, what he can put right in front of your face, right there, then and there, he still owes his life to the Most High Yah. I don't care what he talking about, what he can do right then and there. It's what the Most High can do for eternity. Everything that the devil do, brothers and sisters, when it's all over sin, it is absolutely temp. It's temporary, because eventually he's going to fade like a mist. Well, let me take that lie back. He ain't going to fade like a mist. He's going to be absolutely destroyed. He will cease to exist. But yet and still, he's going to be one who's going to try to pimp you to signing over your birthright. That's all these. That's, brothers, when it's all over said and done, that's what it's going to boil down to being. The same thing Esau did, the devil is going to put the same thing before you. Oh, look here, we got this here. We got food. We got medical care. And we got money. We got a place for you to stay. Everything's going to be right there in front of your face, like he did Yahushua. He showed them all the kingdom of the world. Now here he is. He's going to show you. He's going to do the same thing to you. Everything you think you need to live. The Most High will be. He said, "I'm the life." That's all the Most High. That's all he got to say. I am the life. The Most High don't give you. He don't give you medicine. The medicine is already in you. The devil is going to talk slick and smooth. When that beast system started to move, brother, is where? Let me take that. When that beast system start to lay its more of a foundation, a hardening of the foundation. Yeah. Brothers, this is just my encouragement. Let us put ourselves in better positions. Yeah, we are in captivity. We are. Along with captivity, brothers, and what we need to do is do take funds. But start, putting yourselves in positions and doing research on herbalist brothers and sisters out there, and then listening to what other brothers and sisters out there that knows about different foods, different leaves that are out there that can serve for this, that can serve for that. And the more you have those things like part of your, what do they call it? Like a dictionary, something that you can, your reference book that you can refer back to. Because if we're not looking forward to taking a beast, a mark of the beast. That's one thing we're not flying. We're not even trying to entertain that. That's the whole purpose of the conversation for today. It's not to entertain ourselves receiving the mark of the beast. And so with that, we have to put ourselves in line with the Most High. We have this here, and the rest of it that we don't know about. The Most High knows exactly how to care for his people. He knows it. He said that the spirit that was used to raise Yahushua from the dead is the one that's already in you. Right there, brothers and sisters. Right there. That's your life. It's in you. It is absolutely in you. Now, I understand more so why the Most High said, if you receive the mark of the beast, you're not coming into his system, because he already got something inside of us. You're not going to take the gift that he got inside of us and we hand it over to the devil. No, that's desecration. You too, Brother Earl. You be safe out there, brother. I'm about to close it out too. It's over 2 hours. But brothers, this is something now. It's very pressing, and we're going to get to a point where we just can't be talking about it. Not saying we can't be talking about it, but we got to start putting things into motion, into action. A lot of the things, brothers, especially, like I said, if we didn't sit up here and pray for our brothers on as a whole, and not as a whole, a personal, and we really want to have this strength, the power of the tongue, to be over your garden, to be over your kids, to be over your family. That's what we have to have. That's what we need. That's what a lot of us want. But this is the way we have to go about getting it. If we don't want to be a part of that beast system, brothers and sisters, we will have to strive for that spirit to come alive. Now, when you start looking at it, brothers, when it's all starting to unravel and come together, now you can see how you can survive without receiving the mark of the beast. Because the strength that was used to raise Yahushua from the dead is already in you. It's already in you. The authority is in your tongue. It is in your tongue, your speech. So now we have life in us. Let's use it. Let's strive for it. That's what we need to do, brother. That's just my encouragement, brothers. I ain't gonna say what we need to do. That's just my encouragement going forward. Because, brothers, it's getting. I ain't gonna say deeper. Let's go with deep. It is getting absolutely a whole lot deeper, brother. There's going to be brothers and sisters out there that's going to be really seriously battling cancer and other diseases. Before you brothers and sisters out there that has that strength of authority, that's when you will come into play. That's when you're going to be coming into play, because now you may have that gift to lay hands or just speak it. You remember Yahusha? Who was that? The army officer that came up to him, and his manager or whatever, he was sick, but he came out to visit Yahusha to speak in behalf of the person that was working for him. And he told him, he said, no, you don't have to come to my house. I know for a fact, all you got to do is say it. Brother, let that sink in. This man knew that Yahusha, all he had to do was just say it. And he knew that his manservant will be healed. Come on now, you talk with me. Are we going to be that way? Who was that, brother? Yasin? Brother Yasin came in and said, nah, they can't find the cancer. He fought against it. He prayed against it. He fasted. He spoke against it. And when the Most High showed up, he said it was already in him. And Brother Yasin proved it. Brother, we have the same gift of doing the same thing. Let's not try to go after, or I ain't gonna say after. Let's try to do this now. Let's not wait for things to get worse, unbearable, and then try to run to the Most High, trying to light a fire, a spirit that's within you. When in essence, brother, it's best to do it when things are the way they are now. Put it that way. Don't let things be a distraction, your job and things of that nature. You strive after that while you may have good strength, while you may have an open communication with the Most High. Because when this system kicks in, it's going to kick in. And when it kicks in, and if we did not take the time out to seek the Most High like that, and then when that time comes and they say, oh, wait, look here, if you want to maintain this job here, you got to come over to the B system. And if you think you want to work here, that's the way it is now. And like I said, you're looking at your child that's sick. Now your faith is being put to the test. When in essence, you was being warned about this a while ago. Let's just take this warning, brothers, and let's take this to heart. The Most High already said this is what's going to happen, and let's put ourselves in a better position. Let us start to really reach inside and pull out and resurrect that spirit that's within us. Brothers and sisters, you all be safe out there. We're living in some dangerous times. We are. And let us continue to pray for our brothers and sisters, especially the brothers and sisters that are dealing with sicknesses and things of that nature. Brothers, pray for them. And for you brothers who have that authority, pray for your brothers and sisters that they get healed up, that they start relying upon the Most High and start praying to Him and reaching in and also setting aflame that spirit that's within them. This is what we need to be doing. Let us do it. And on that note, brothers and sisters, I would say shalom. Be safe out there.